Hi everyone, welcome back to Colleen's Cozy Corner. I know it has been a while since I've recorded a video, so I'm glad to be back. You might have seen that yesterday I posted, a community post I think they're called, just with like a updated weekly schedule on what my plan is for each week. So I'm hoping to stick to that. I scheduled out all my recordings for the rest of the month, so I'm really excited to kind of like stay on top of it and make sure I'm getting all of my videos in each week. So for today, I'm going to do a yarn haul. I did get this yarn maybe a week ago. I just hadn't recorded the haul yet, so I'm gonna hop right into it. So I'm gonna first start with yarn for projects that I can't really show you what the projects are because they are presents, so you'll just get to see the colors. So I have these pastel colors. Oh. And one more, let's see if I can hold it. So I have all these colors. These are for two different projects that I can't show you. They are presents for somebody that I think watches my videos, but you know, once those come out, you guys will see these on those videos. But it's just the basic loops and threads. I really like loops and threads yarn. I try and make sure all of my yarn that I buy is loops and threads, the acrylic specifically, just because then if I run low on something, I could get it again. I know sometimes the lot number could affect the coloring, but that's kind of like a risk I take. I try and buy all the yarn for like a specific project at one time, but sometimes I just start like a random project with whatever yarn I have. So I just want to be able to make sure I'm at least getting like the same texture and a very similar color. So for example, this color is not for one of the two projects that I said. This is actually for the tapestry that I started. I started using this blue yarn and I don't think I'll have enough, so I just got another skein of it just in case. I did bring the yarn that I have with me to like compare the colors, and the colors look the same, so that will be perfect. Next, I have two skeins of each of these, and it's this really cool wool. I don't know, like they're kind of like little just like bunches on the yarn. I thought this would be really pretty to make in like some kind of like tie cardigan. I don't know exactly how it would work out, but I just thought this yarn was really pretty as some kind of wearable, whether it be like one of the pullover, like the mesh pullovers, or like I said, one of the tie cardigans. I'm just gonna kind of like see how this yarn works. This is Big Twist, which I don't think I've used before, so we're just gonna kind of see how it goes. I just thought it was really pretty and I couldn't pass it up. All right, and then the last yarn I have, oh my god, I am so excited for this project. This one is gonna be a really big undertaking, especially for it being like a relatively new skill that I have, but it is a wearable. I'm gonna show the yarn first. I have one skein of this, two skein of the black, and two skein of the blue. So, and it's a little hard to tell with the white, but it's like got iridescence in it. All three colors do. Oh yeah, you can see with the white. So it makes it look really sparkly. So my plan with this yarn is to make one of these cardigans, the Monarch Butterfly cardigans. I don't know who the original like creator of this pattern was, but I did buy this person's pattern for it. I did try and find like free tutorials on YouTube, but all of the tutorials I saw were kind of referencing back to this pattern, and they said since they paid for it, they were like, we don't feel comfortable sharing the pattern, like showing you how to do the pattern, because it's her pattern and that wouldn't be right. So I did buy the pattern and I am going to attempt it. Not that I think it'll be really hard, I just think it's gonna take a lot of time, and I need to like prepare myself to have to make mistakes and have to undo it, because especially like with the way it like kind of goes down and then like back up, I don't know how to do that, like especially just for like the little loopy part. I don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna just kind of have to be patient with this project. It will probably take me a long time, but I'm really excited to do it. However, I'm not gonna start it for a decent amount of time. So as kind of part of not revamping the channel because nothing's really changing, but kind of just like getting back into it. I did kind of set myself some monthly goals, and my monthly goal right now is to finish obviously all of my Mother's Day presents. I mean, Mother's Day is next week, so those have to be done regardless. Finish my granny square blanket. I am gonna have to go to Michael's and get another skein or two in order to make it as big as I want, but that's an easy one. I mean, I work on that all the time and it builds up super fast. To finish that one, to finish my tapestry, which I have not worked on. Getting that done in this month is gonna be a stretch, but we'll see. I think I could do it. I just have to, once my Mother's Day presents are finished, I'll be able to really buckle down and get to work on that one. And to finish my scarf. Yes, my scarf that I stopped working on because I was getting so frustrated by it. But I really want to kind of finish out any outstanding projects that I have, so I could kind of start with a clean slate and start on with this new set of yarn that I have. I also want to figure out a project that I can do that uses all the scrap yarn I have. I just don't really know what yet. I want to say about a year or two ago, when the temperature blankets were really popular, I wanted to do a temperature blanket, and then I just realized it wasn't realistic for me to do it because it was just really involved. Like every week, every day you had to like check the temperature and then kind of figure out which temperature you were going to do and then the color, and I just wasn't doing it on a daily basis. So I got to a point where I got so behind on it that it just wasn't worth it for me to continue, so I just frogged it all. I have all of that yarn still, and I just don't really know what to do with it because it's not that it's not pretty colors, it's just it's kind of like a scarce amount of all the colors, but still like enough that I can make a whole project out of it. I just don't know what yet. I know I've been using some of that yarn for other projects. For example, I think the red yarn that was for that I'm using for my tapestry. I know the white that I have been using, the loops and thread white, was also from that. That was supposed to be like the separation for each month. But I have a lot of like greens and blues that I don't know what to do with because they're kind of like very specific colors that I don't have a project in mind for. So if anyone has any project ideas, let me know down below. I was kind of thinking of a granny square blanket, like a true granny square blanket, like making squares and putting them together, but I don't know how that would look, so I don't know. And I'll take any suggestions so I can kind of see what I want to do with it, but that's down the road. I really want to, my next project, once I finish the 4 that I have going on, is this. I'm so excited to work on this. I just think the cardigan is so pretty, and I have seen like people selling butterfly cardigans that are very clearly a print, and in my opinion they look kind of ugly. I just really like the way the crochet one looks, and I think, oh my god, this I really hope this iridescent shimmer yarn looks really good for it. I saw this, I wasn't even intending to buy the yarn for this project, but I saw this and I was like, oh, I have to get that. Like, I had in the back of my mind, like, I know in the future I want to make the butterfly cardigan. I saw this and I was like, oh, well, that's the yarn for it. So anyway, that is my little Michael's haul. I can't even say I didn't get too much yarn. That's a lie. I literally got like 7 skeins of just this loops and thread. But yeah, that is my yarn haul. I will definitely keep you guys more updated on my whips. I will get back to doing my weekly whips, I promise. I'll be getting back to my book reviews. And yeah, you'll be able to see my progress on those 4 projects. Fingers crossed I could get them all done by the end of the month and start a fresh slate with my butterfly cardigan. See you guys next week. Bye!